matron.
Oh, hello, Elsie.
Everyone's very excited about the wedding in 2 weeks' time.
Oh.
Now, I've got all the catering in hand, and Henry's sorting out the drinks. It's going to be a great party.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it, Elsie. And it'll take my mind off all the worries I'm having at the moment.
I thought we'd sorted out all the money problems.
Not entirely. I mean, what you've done, Elsie, all the money you brought in has been an absolute lifesaver. But we need more residents to be financially viable. I mean, luckily, the Colonel has brought in a new resident on Facebook. His name is Ian Robinson. He was an ex-army colleague of the Colonel's, apparently. They served in Cyprus together.
Welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Well, bless my soul, if this isn't Sergeant Ian Robinson. Smoke, old boy. Nice to see you. Have a seat.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I see your advert on Facebook, so I thought I'd check you out. And you know what? I've signed up and I'm moving in the next few days.
Well, that's great. It'll be nice talking about old times again together. And I never thanked you for all that money you made for me before you suddenly got posted off to Northern Ireland. The Brazilian investment, you called it, a very tidy sum of money, thanks to you. I put a deposit down on a house in Highgate, and it's done very well. The rental income and my army pension helps to keep me in this place, so it's all worked out very well.
Very glad to hear that. I hear this is a very happy family.
Well, it gets even better than that. I'm getting married to young matron in 2 weeks' time.
Well, you?
Yeah.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Well, she dies, she dies.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Seriously, though, with the Brazilian investment, you do remember that, don't you?
Fairly straightforward. You just need to put a codicil at the end for the grants.
Does codicil even mean? Henry, I need to speak to you urgently.
I'll leave you to it then. What about, old chap?
I've got a bit of a problem. It's quite a big problem, actually. You know I'm getting married to matron in 2 weeks' time.
Regretting it already, are we?
No, it's not that. No, it's not that. It seems that I'm already married.
Well, surely you'd know if you were married or not.
Well, no.
Well, was it a big wedding? I mean, surely you must remember that.
Must have been a very quiet wedding. I wasn't there.
Oh, it wasn't in Brazil, was it?
However, do you know that?
Well, Brazil was, still is, I think, the only country where you can actually get married without being present. You just sign a few legal documents. It's called a marriage by proxy.
It's a proxy nuisance, that's what I call it. What's the point of that?
It's quite a common practice. A Brazilian girl needs a British passport, and the only way is to become the wife of a British national. There's plenty of fixers who can arrange a sham wedding, and on the strength of that, they arrange nationality for the Brazilian. Oh, it happens all the time.
So what's to be done?
Well, if you do get married in 2 weeks, the marriage will be void. And then if you write a will, that will probably be void also. And then there's a little matter of bigamy. I think the current sentence would be for 10 years, actually.
I don't think I'll live that long.
Oh, well, do what you can.
Well, no, stop joking about this. This is serious.
What do you know about this girl?
Nothing really. Smokey fixed it all up and I signed all the papers in a notary's office in Nicosia and I got a very nice cheque a few weeks later. I didn't ask any questions and I hadn't thought anything more about it until now. Smokey calls it the Brazilian Investment, but I never read any of the papers that I signed.
Well, look, I'll speak to George and Elsie and see if they can help me. We'll see what we can come up with.
We really need to try and help out the Colonel, but it seems a pretty hopeless task.
What do we know about this Brazilian marriage? I mean, Ian Robinson, Smokey as the Colonel calls him, doesn't seem to know much. He said that the girl was called Maria and she's from Sao Paulo. I can never get that name. And her father owned a bar called Copacabana. He only remembers that name because it's the same name as the Barry Manilow song.
Well, it's a start, I suppose, but not much of one, really. I mean, there are 200 million people in Brazil. Half of them are female, and half of those are called Maria. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. An awful lot of Marias, too.
Let's check out that bar online. There are 4 bars in that area called Copacabana. One only opened last year, so that leaves 3. Why don't we ask the new cleaner? Well, she's Brazilian. She could make some phone calls, find out something. I'll ask her. She's called Maria, too.
That's just brilliant.
Alô? Oi, eu tô procurando uma pessoa chamada Maria Sanches. Ela deve ter morado aí uns 40 anos atrás. Sabe quem é?
Oi, eu tô procurando uma pessoa
Alô?
chamada Maria Sanches.
Oi, eu tô procurando uma pessoa chamada Maria Sanches. Eu acho que ela morou aí uns 40 anos atrás. Você conhece? Isso.
Não sabe quem é?
Alô?
Ah, então tá bom.
Tá bom,
Tá bom,
obrigada.
obrigada.
Oi, eu tô procurando uma pessoa Alô? chamada Maria Sanches. Bom dia,
Alô,
tudo
tudo
bom?
bem?
Eu tô procurando
Oi, eu
uma
tô
pessoa
procurando uma
chamada
pessoa
Maria
chamada Maria
Sanches. Ela deve ter morado aí uns 40 anos
Isso, ela
atrás.
deve ter morado
Não sei
aí
se você
uns
sabe quem
40
é.
anos atrás.
Ah, você sabe quem é? Obrigada. Ah,
Trabalhava
perfeito.
nesse
O que você
hotel.
sabe?
Não sabe, né?
Isso, Sanches.
Tá bom, obrigada.
Entendi. Tá. E você sabe pra onde que ela foi depois disso? Tá ótimo. Tá ótimo. Olha, muito obrigada. Tchau, tchau.
Hey, Elsie, any news?
Yes, Cleaner Maria seems to have got a bit more information.
Great.
We are looking for a Maria Sanchez who got a job as a cleaner at the Cot Hill Hotel in Mayfair about 36 years ago.
Excellent.
Let's give them a call.
The hunt begins.
Yeah. Great. lady of the house.
It's so nice to meet you both. I know exactly who you're looking for. When Maria arrived, she had nothing. She was penniless. And that was 39 years ago. And she started working as a cleaner. She was so good and hardworking, so she got promoted. And in a short time, she was in charge of the whole cleaning department. And then she got promoted, and she got promoted, and she got promoted again. In 2 years, she was in charge of the entire hotel. And she was working right under the owner. Oh, the owner. She absolutely loved Maria. And maybe that's why she was promoting her all the time. Unfortunately, the owner died early. She was married to an Austrian count, but he had no idea how to run the hotel. But thank goodness Maria was in charge, so business was as good as ever. Then the count and Maria fell in love, and that's how Maria became the new countess. But then unfortunately, the count died, and he left everything to Maria.
So how do you know all this?
Oh, because I am Maria. I'm that poor girl that escaped from Sao Paulo. Oh, you have no idea how my life has changed. You see, I was 18 years old, and in the slums of Sao Paulo, I only had two choices: starvation or prostitution. One of my regular clients was a very kind gentleman, and he paid for me to get a British passport. I will always be grateful to that man and to the soldier that agreed to marry me. Now I'm the owner of the hotel, and actually the one next door as well, and well, several in Paris and Vienna. I'm known as the Countess von Hirsch. Quite a change from Maria Sanchez, don't you think?
So wait a minute. You said you married the Count when his wife died. Surely you were already married at the time.
Yeah, but when you have so much money, you can pay for everything, basically. So we paid some lawyers in Brazil, and in less than a month, the marriage was annulled.
So the sham marriage was over years ago.
Oh, yes, and I can give you a copy of the documents if that can help.
That's an amazing story. It's helped us so much. You wouldn't believe how relieved the Colonel will be when we tell him that his marriage has been annulled years ago.
Excuse me. It's become my honour to raise a toast to the happy couple. All the wealth, all the happiness, and everything they wish for each other. And excuse me.
Someone's at the door. She says she's a countess.
Excuse me. There's a countess at the door, apparently. Hello.
Hi. Yes, please.
The mic's yours.
Okay. I couldn't miss such a happy celebration, and I wanted to wish you all the best in person. Colonel, what you did for me
completely changed my life. And I think it's my turn now to do something for you. And that's why I'm gonna make a very generous donation to this home, so all of you can live happily ever after.
Raise a glass to the Countess, everybody. The Countess. To the Countess.
To the Countess.
When things go wrong, just call your friends. They'll solve your problems right away. When things go wrong, just call your friends. They will help you save the day. Eles vão te ajudar a salvar o dia. Eles vão te ajudar a salvar o dia. Solve your problems right away. When things go wrong, just call your friends. They will